Hey, hi guys. Today we're going to be working on our Hexagon Tile collection, and I'm going to do this Cherry Blossom. It's in scale levels intermediate. It's going to be 7 inches, and our stitches are going to be a cluster, double crochet, single crochet, slip stitch, and chain. I did a sample one just for me to go through the stitches and know what the directions, because I have not made this one before, and I just did it in this one color. And I started to make this video once before, and I got to this point, and then I realized I made a mistake on this row. It was supposed to be, I made 6 double crochets in this shell, but it's supposed to be 7, and I made 6. So I wanted to stop and do it again, and so we are going to similar colors, but instead of the green, because I've used it for a project that I had wanted to get started, we are going to be using this cream color. My yarn is from a repurposed blanket that I found at Goodwill. It was a vintage blanket, and we're going to, after your slip stitch, you're going to chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, one more, and then we're going to slip stitch that together. And our first stitches are going to be our cluster. I got this off a little bit. And what we're going to do, we're going to chain 3, or 2 rather, for this row, and we're going to go in, and on our clusters, when we start our double crochet, when we see we have 3, we're just going to do 2. We're going to yarn over, go back in like we're making another double crochet. We're going to go through 2, then we're going to go through all the loops on your hook and secure it, and then we're going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3, and we're just going to do 6 of those. So it looks like we're going to do a double crochet. We only go through 2. We're going to start another double crochet, go through 2, and another one. We go through 2. Now these are going to have 4 loops. We're going to go through them, all of them, and then secure. Then chain 3. 1, 2, 3. Now we're going to do 6 of those. So we have 2. So go ahead and do 4 more, and we'll see you at the end. Well, that was pretty bad. I had that on pause. So I changed colors, as you can tell, and we're just going to pick up here because it's the same all the way around. When I change colors, we're doing 5 double crochets in each of these 3 chain spaces. We're going directly into it. We did our 5. Now we're going to jump over here and start double crochets and put 5 of them here. I've got some other yarn trying to creep in. Wait your turn. I'd go back and pull it all out, but this is basically all you're doing in these spaces. I apologize for not unpausing that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Make sure you have 5. Jump into your next chain 3 space. Let's see. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. One more. And then our last chain 3 space between the clusters. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's secure that round. I'm going to go over just a little bit, just to kind of give it some. I want to be able to hide this for my next row because they're going to be worked on top of those 5. So we'll get that done. We're going to trim our tail, and then we're going to change color again. The next color we'll use for two rows. So let's kind of, let's kind of get rid of some of our tails here. I'll finagle make it look better from the back here. That's okay. So this is what our 2 rows are going to look like. We're going to get our brown out of the way, and we're going to start our orange. I do like this. It's got a little bit of sparkle to it. And again, what we're going to do, we're going to go in the top of the first set of 5s. Try to get in here. Like I said, I am just knotting them off and, adding. You can chain 3, add your color whichever way you like. So we're going to chain 3 on top of that first set of the 5. And now we're going to go in the next one. Do a double crochet in that middle of the 3rd double crochet in that set. We're going to do a V. So we're going to add 2 double crochets in the same space, and then a single crochet, double crochet, double crochet. And that's what, so in that 5 double crochets that we did before, we have 1, 2, then a V, then 1, 2, and then we are here on the top, that right here, we're going to do a drop double crochet. We're going to go in the top of that cluster and bring it up, a spike, a drop double, and then we're going to go back. Make sure you get the first of that double crochet in the previous row. Keep my tail. So we're going to do individual ones. Now here's where we're going to do our V. And then back to doing just 1. And right here we're back to doing our drop double crochet. We're going to go just do the double crochet. We're just going to take it to the first round. That could be a spike, it could be a drop, stitch. I know a lot of these stitches have the same way to do them but various names. Here's where we're going to do our V. We're going to finish this and do 1 more drop, and then we're just going to let you get your round finished, and that way we can get started on the next row. And I'm just going into the top of that cluster. Okay, and there you can see that's what that's looking like. So go ahead and finish your round, and then we'll start the next one. We do not change colors, so we'll be back in just a little bit. Okay, if you're finding that it's off a little bit when you're trying to do after your drop stitch, I always have to try to move that stitch over just a little bit to find the top of that first double crochet that I'm looking for. Otherwise, I have skipped it and like get it off kilted a little bit and have to go back and see where I failed to do that. It's an easy fix, but if that helps, I hope. You just have to move that stitch back just a little bit to make it work. And we're going to do our last one, our very last stitch should be the drop double crochet, and that was where, there we go. And then I'm going to slip stitch here in our first of our doubles. So there we go. That's where we are so far. And the next row is where we're going to start doing some single crochets along with our double crochets. And let's get started there. And what we're doing is, this is the first of our double crochet. We are going to go, I'm going to chain one, and then I'm going to go right back in there. All right, in this one, there we go. We're doing a single. My single crochet here is going to count as my one, and then we're going to single crochet, and then we're going to skip to the V. I'm trying to make sure I have that right. Yep, we're going to go to the V, and this is where we're going to do 7 double crochets. 2, 3, 4. Now, I did not change. If you wanted to make all yours a different color, you can. But I'm just keeping 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Put one more. This is where I made my mistake before. I got carried away and only did the 6. So we're going to skip this space. And then it's kind of hard to see, but we're going to skip the next stitch. And then we're going to do 3 single crochets. And if this helps, where our second single crochet should always be at that drop double crochet we did. And then we're going to skip, and then we should go to the V. And again, we're doing 7. We're going to do one more. Side, and then I'm going to let you work on your own. Learn to count, Kim. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And this is what I mean. If you're worried you're skipping too many, it's 1, 2, 3. So your second single crochet should always be in the top of this one, so you know to start right there. I have to sometimes make my pinpoints like that so I don't get lost or get count off on my stitches. I don't know if that helps you or not, but and then after you do those 3, you know you're going to jump straight into this V stitch that we made. And again, do 7. Okay, I've done 3, so we'll go back. But so you can see, you start getting those little petals looking part of our pattern, since it's cherry blossom. And we got 3. So what we're going to do, I'm going to let you guys continue the rest. So we're going to do 7 in our V's, and then between them 3 single crochets, and I'll see you at the end. Okay, just coming back to show the last of our stitches. So we did my last 7 clusters here, or fan stitch double crochets. We're going to do a single and a single, because remember we did that already. So that's our third one. We're going to slip stitch in between these 2, you know, that single crochet, and that should be, if I didn't shed like a puppy, we'd be good. Okay, so there we go. That's what that looks like. Kind of make that look. And now we're going to change colors again. I am going to do 1 slip stitch, trim. And then we're going to start our last color. We're going to leave that in there. We are going to use kind of the tan. To finish this off. And we will do 2 rows in your last color. And we are going to get this one started. I'm going to try to move it a little bit so we don't have that. I'm going to get it started though in front in one of the single crochets we did right before the cluster. Keep her tail, and then we are going to chain, come down there. Now we're going to chain 3. Plus 2. So we're going to have, come on, we're going to have the double crochet plus chain 2. And what we're going to do, we're going to look at our fan here, and then we are going to go a double crochet, let's see, 1, 2, 3. We're going to put a double crochet. Then our next space, we're going to put a double, chain 2, and another double in the same space. And then we're going to do a double in the next one. We're going to chain 2, and in our our first single crochet in that set of 3 we did earlier, we're putting a double, chain 1, oop, I got that in the wrong spot, hold on, let me back it up 1, sorry about that, we chain 2, okay, the first of the 3, we're going to put a double crochet, chain 1, and then another double crochet. So we're skipping 1 of the single crochets and going into the 3rd one, and then we're going to chain 2, then we start that pattern over again. So we're in our fan, we go 1, 2, 3, we're going to do a double crochet, and then on our next one we're doing a double crochet, chain 2, and a double crochet, same space. That's always going to be at the top, and then we're going to do a double crochet, then we're going to skip 2, we skipped 1, 2, well, let's chain 2 first before we forget that. So we skip 2, 1, 2, and then we're going to go a double crochet in the top, chain 1, we're going to skip this space here, we're going to do a double crochet in the next one, chain 2, and then we start our fan again. So 1, 2, 3. And then we're back to the center, so we're going to do double crochet, chain 2, double crochet, chain 2. We're going to skip 1, 2, and this again is going to be the first single crochet we did in that set of 3. Just in case you're unsure where we're going, we just chain 1, we skip the drop stitch single, or the, it's not, okay, so we skip this one, which is kind of in top of that drop stitch, if you're unsure exactly where that was placed. So we skip 2, 1, 2, and the third one we do I forgot to chain my 2, which you will have to go back and make sure I didn't skip that on any of the other ones. Okay, let's give a quick look to see if I got to backtrack anywhere. 2, 2, okay. So I'm going to let you finish the very last one, and then we'll start our last row. Okay, so we're at the last of our row here. Now remember, this chain 3 was our first, considered our double, and then our 2. I've chained 1, so we're going to slip stitch here in what would have been the top of our, and always have the hardest time with these. So you got 1, 2, 3. Find that bump back here. I know you guys don't really want to see the struggle, but sometimes it's real. You get it in the right space. Okay, so now I'm going to slip stitch. I think I'm going to slip stitch. Come on. Come through. There we go. It's a little rough, but let's fix it. Okay. Move our yarn out a little bit. Got a hitchhiker. So there is that row. As you can see, we're starting to see our sides to our hexagon. And what we're going to do now is we are going to come over here, and I'm going to slip stitch in this spot, and we're going to chain 3. And we're going to do 2 more double crochets in this space. And then we're just going to jump to that center, and then we're going to do 7 double crochets again. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, now once we get those done. We're going to jump to, we're going to be working in these spaces. And we're going to do 3 double crochets. We're going to go to the next space. We're only going to do 2. Then 3. By then we should be ready for our 7. Make our fan or shell here. Well, come back here, you. All right, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We'll do 3. Two, 3, okay, so that's what we're going to look like, and it's going to be our sides. So again, we're going to do 7, 3, 2, 3, and 7. I'm going to go ahead and let you finish your round, and then this tile will be done, and we'll have our cherry blossom hexagon. Okay, I'm on my last set of 2 double crochets. We're going to take a good look at it and see how well that looks. I always tell my friends it's perfectly imperfect because there's always usually some, I need a sharper scissors, there we go. Usually some kind of flaws. We make mistakes. Now, I normally don't cut and knot my yarn in between. Let me kind of, I'll weed this in here in a minute. But let's get this kind of looked at. Okay, so there's our cherry blossom hexagon tile, and it says 7 inches. Let's see. Well, mine's about 8, unless it's going by here. That's 7. And I'm going to add this to my collection, and what I hope to do is make some kind of little sampler with them by putting them together. And I hope you enjoyed this. I have some projects I want to do. Let me see if I can bring it up. I have never made this, but kind of want to. Let me see. I have it on my saved. Where are you?
Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. So I really couldn't wait any longer to...
Let me see if you can see that. I want to make one of these. It's a wrap, but it's, you know, it has this late, well, come on. Oh, well, that's not what I meant to do. Okay, let me see if it'll show. Let me get the glare. All right. And you can bring it up a little bit. It was Hey Carrie. It was 2 years ago. But I really want to make one of these. I bought, when I was at Walmart shopping, grocery shopping, I did buy the Walmart Mainstay acrylic. I like the black, so we're going to try it in black. Let me know if you want to see that progress or if you're interested. And then I appreciate you staying and come and visit with me on the Hexagon. We'll get everything back on track as soon as I can see what kind of schedule I'm going to have with watching my granddaughter. And that's why I moved back to the area I'm at, so I could be of more help and in their lives a little bit more, or a lot more if I had my way. But I like this one. Again, it's not done in the reds, but I think it is pretty. It's something I think I'll do again. Let me know what you think, and if you plan to try to make more of these. This is what it is on a darker black background. I kind of has some of the dark colors. Think this looks better. So I appreciate it, and I won't keep rambling. I will hopefully see you soon, and I'm hoping you have a wonderful day. A lot of hoping here, but please have a great day, and I will see you in the next video. And thanks for stopping by. Bye for now.